Yes! Come on, goddesses. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Happy Q&A Monday, goddesses. Happy Q&A Monday. I am manifesting spring goddess energy, bringing in the spring energy. Yes. So today's session, we are still in get ish done mode because the goddesses, the tribe has spoken, and we are doing get it done week instead of just get it done weekend. Greetings, Goddess Courtney. But first, I want to just brag on the goddesses in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy and some of the things they got done this weekend. During our Get It Done weekend, goddesses wrote bios, they wrote sales pages, they wrote program outlines, they wrote challenges that they're going to do. They got clear on their soulmate tribe and what we call your UGP or unique guru proposition. They got very clear on the language that they're using, the offerings that they're putting out there, the fees that they are charging for their magic, their mission, their mojo. Goddesses are doing it. Goddesses even got an apartment and lots of good stuff. So first of all, woo! Sending love, love, love for all of the goddess magic that you made for Get It Done weekend. Yes. Greetings, 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 goddesses. Yes. And so today, this is one of our refresher courses that we're doing. I want to shout out first the spring goddesses. Like I said in the beginning, I am manifesting spring here in the Northeast, where it was cold and dark this morning, but it is now sunny. So I think that it's working. I think that it's working. My manifestations, are taking place. So big love and shout out to some of the spring energy fertility goddesses, like Goddess Asasaya, who is one of my favorites and in both of my decks. She is a around the area that is now considered West Africa, a Shanti tribe overlapping with several other groups. There is the Ostara, who we were talking about, who is a Celtic goddess of spring rituals and spring rites. Goddess Kori, who is a Greek goddess. Goddess Harike, who is a Namibian goddess. So spring goddess energy. Spring is springing. Yes, Coach Roz is here. Goddess Shane. Yes, Enchantress. And hello, Goddess Giovanna. Okay, so let me get some water. Water does a body good. And let's begin. So in your courses, in your virtual classroom, of course, are the detailed lessons that I will put links to. But today, what I'm going to do in our refresher hour is just go through the 9 basic steps that you need to be doing. And I'm going to answer some of your specific logistical questions. So if you have questions while I'm talking, just put them here and I will answer them. And for those who are not in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, our Q&A Monday is something that we do every week. But since it is Get It Done week, we are sharing it with you. And so we are here. Yes, for the spring energy. Hello, Goddess Kenny. Blessings and bliss, Goddess Neat. All right, so we are talking about how to create your own Spiritpreneur Guru course. And why would we want to do that? We would want to do that because we're all about mission, abundance, and freedom. And there is, as far as positioning you as a guru, inviting in your soulmate tribe, and inviting in your abundance, there is almost no vehicle that can get you there as fast as you having your own signature course, right? So in terms of your mission, you can spread your mission faster and have more hands-on, if you choose, hands-on relationship with your tribe, or if not, it can be something that you sell as a passive income product. You have more reach, right? You have more freedom where you can be anywhere in the world. Last year, I just wanted to just travel a lot. So I was in like something like 8 to 10 countries with my laptop and some internet, and I was good to go, running my business, running my mouth, kind of one and the same. Because what we are about is you getting to be you getting to show up as yourself and tap into your abundance and create the life that you want, and bring your sisters or brothers and or both or all of the above with you. Like, it doesn't get better than that, right? So more mission, more freedom, and more abundance, because when you're working one-on-one, it's you and it's that person, and it's awesome. But now you take you and you magnify that same amount of time, right? And so it's these people instead of just that person. And you see how your abundance level increases. Yes. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Goddess Queen Mystique is here. Hello, Goddess Queen Mystique. All right. So here are the 9 basic steps that you want to do in order to build your course, build your signature course. And like I said, I will put links from the Academy for women who are in the Academy to help you to be able to find where to go deeper. Because of course, in the next hour, we can only but go so deep. This is a refresher for the Spiritpreneur Guru Goddesses. So number 1, you gotta start with your promise. You got to start with your promise. What is it that you are promising, and to whom? And so I find that a really good motivator to get you going, because, you know, people have course block, they have writer's block, we have fears, we have things that spring up and say, who do you think you are? And all of those things. And so a title, whether it is the title, it probably won't be the title you end up keeping. A title can be a great place to start. And the title should come from specifically you thinking about what is your promise? What is the promise that you are going to solve, and for whom? Don't worry, we're going to get into that in a little bit. All right. So the other day, Enchantress Shane and I were on a live stream with her incredible tribe, the Burlesque Coven, the Enchanted Burlesque Coven. And I gave one of the goddesses an assignment to come up with a title for her book, and it inspired like all of this. So get your juices going with your title, which comes from the issue. Okay. So number 1, what is the title? And again, it's a working title. It doesn't have to be everything to everybody. It doesn't have to solve every issue that everybody has ever had in their lives. All right. Let it just put it out there and let it just move you forward. Just go with the flow. Yes, Enchantress. Okay. Number 2, you need to get clear on the issue. Delve deeper into the issue. What is the promise that you are wanting to fix for them? We're going to get into that, but it comes from their issue, right? And like my goddesses have always heard me say, that it's the issue, a top of the mind issue, that is keeping them up at night. We got a lot of problems, but it doesn't mean we want to pay to fix them, you know? So if it's an issue where someone says, like I always say, I'll watch Dr. Oz and figure it out, then they're probably not your people. And it probably may not be the right issue, but you want to tap into something that they need to fix right now. Okay. So that's number 1, title. Number 2, issue. Number 3, what is the promise that you are making? And for the goddesses in the Spiritpreneur program, this goes back to your UGP, your unique guru proposition. What is the promise that you are making? How will you fix the issue? Because an issue can be fixed a number of different ways. So take Goddess Anna, who is a fitness goddess, right? She is offering to us, you know, health and optimal fitness and people getting in shape for the summertime and things like that. There are a zillion ways that you could get in shape for the summer. What is the promise that you are making, and why should we do this with you, with all of the people that we can do it with? If you can't answer that, then trust me, we won't be able to answer it either. So you have to be clear on what is the promise. How will you fix the issue that the person is having? All right. Which brings us to number 4. your soulmate client, your soulmate client. All right. And I urge you to do your soulmate client work. Do not skip over that unit. Do not skip over those lessons. As a matter of fact, let me get that lesson, get some of those lessons and give them to you now. Some people call them, for people not familiar with our course or my work, some people call it your avatar. But in what we do here, you know, as spiritpreneurs, we don't, that's not a term we use. No shade against anyone that uses that avatar, target market, or whatever it is. But it's just that, you know, buying, purchasing, changing our lives in any way, shape, or form, mind, body, spirit, business, money, whatever it is that you offer, is an emotional thing. We make purchases from a place of emotion. And similarly, you know, you as a coach, as a healer, as a teacher, as a consultant, as a high exalted mystic ruler, if you are leading your tribe from a place of distance, then they're not going to feel connected with you, and you're not going to be able to go very far. And so if you're thinking of them as an avatar, I don't know about you, but yeah, I love the movie Avatar. I like thinking of, you know, an avatar online. It's kind of cool, but it doesn't make me feel warm and cuddly inside. It doesn't evoke the emotion. And so instead, we speak to a soulmate tribe, a soulmate client, and a soulmate tribe. Let me put actually what lesson this is, because I plan to add more. So this is your soulmate tribe lessons. And often on certain days, we have recurring themes. And an interesting recurring theme I saw pop up in our VIP Facebook group today, which was around serving your tribe that you already have, which I think is so important, because as your business grows and you're going to want to spread the gospel of whatever your message is, right? Like Enchantress Shane and her burlesque, or Goddess Carrie and her, you know, getting your gut together, your inner gut, you know, getting everything together. You're going to want to be the evangelist of whatever your message is and get it out and spread it far and wide. But if you don't take care of the peeps that you already have, right? You're at the club now trying to pick up some new chick, and you got the chicks at home who are waiting for you, and you haven't, you know, been the person that you need to be to them. All right, that analogy didn't fully play itself out, but you see what I'm saying, right? You got me? Yes, Enchantress Jane. She said this is coming up for her right now. Yes, it's coming up for several goddesses in our group. And so, you know, you want to have more mission, more abundance, more freedom. Absolutely. But like Dr. Maya Angelou said, you got to dance with the one that brung you, which means, you know, if you have a group, whatever size that group is, wherever you're starting from, you know, serve them from the heart in the highest and best way. And that is what's going to magnify your audience, because the more that you get to know your soulmate peoples, the more you're going to know what it is that they need. What course do they need? Do they need a retreat? Do they need, you know, you're going to know how best to they're going to make your current course even better, you know, which is why I'm a big advocate of the first time around doing as much as the core of the course as possible live with your group, because then not only are you getting paid to create the course, but it's also proof of concept, so that you don't go to the mountain, you know, go off to the mountain like Muhammad, and you're up there for 50 years creating a course, and you come down and you're like, I have the answers, and you present it to your people and they're like, that's not really what I wanted. So you creating and being responsive to your people. And so Enchantress Shane, I'm so glad that this is something that is coming up for you, that you're addressing. So you have to have that balance of, you know, when your group is smaller and you're getting to know them, what are their needs? What is the language that they're using? Why did they pick you and not, the other 10 people who are doing what you're doing? What are they hungry for more of? And coming from that place, like I said, it will make your work better. It will make your courses better. It will make you a better leader, so that then when you are in front of, that bigger group, whatever your vision is, because everyone has different visions for what works for them and their message, that people still feel that connection, that people still feel like, she's speaking to me. She's speaking directly to me, rather than feeling like, oh, well, I'm just an avatar in her crowd. What does she care? I'm just an avatar out here. Oh, ew, that's not what we want. Thank you for the hearts. That's not what we want. Greetings, Goddess Aurora Day. Hello, my love. Yes. And so you absolutely want to make sure that you are in service to the people that you have, and, serve them to the highest and best good. They will write your copy for your words that you're going to put on your sales pages, because you're going to be just speaking directly to them. And so, you won't have to envision, okay, well, who would my, soulmate client be, when you can just look and be like, oh, it's, Susie or whoever, or Keisha or whatever, like it's that person, and write your stuff and speak your videos directly to that person. And that is, like I said, they will tell you what they are in need of next, And so, for example, Goddess Rosemary, I will give you, just a smaller example. Enchantress Shane from in the past 48 hours, right? We have a very in-depth Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, and it's on and it's popping, and we have guest teachers, we have live lectures, and it's very organized. However, we all see things differently. We have different ways that our brains work, right? And so it is very clear and very organized for on the screen reading. But Enchantress Shane said, wow, well, sometimes I'm looking for something and I can't find it. And I was like, okay, well, even though it appears to be clear for a screen reading, everyone doesn't process their information like that. I don't process my information like that, right? And so I was like, okay, we need a handheld version of the outline. And so it was really cool. Shout out to my goddess assistant, Michaela, because I hit Michaela up and she got it done. Right? And the link is right there. As a matter of fact, here is the link for my goddesses who don't have it yet. tinyurl.com/your outline. And Goddess Neith, you will notice that when you click that link, if it clicks, yes, that it is housed in Google Drive. That it is, I was like, okay, Goddess Neith will see this, not uploaded to my site. It's not uploaded to a paid platform that, like I use teachable.com. It's not uploaded to Lead Pages. It is uploaded to Google Drive, which you can start to use for free or very low cost, right? And so she went in, and my instructions to her, I was like, okay, I need you to create an outline of the course. Just go see what the lessons are there. I said, did you ever create an outline in school? And she said, yeah, I remember creating outlines in like middle school and high school. I said, all right, here is what we need. The goddesses in the course, I always talk about clarity, that we need clarity. And so I said, the goddesses need clarity. They need to be able to hold in their hand and find what they are looking for in an easy and concise way. She said, I got you. I said, you got me? She said, I got you. And then bam, there it is. Right? And so, it is hot off the presses. I haven't even gone in and edited her yet and stuff like that. And so, and what was cool was for me, then I saw different ways I could organize it, thinking, oh, maybe I will move all of the guest teachers to one section. Maybe I will move all of the hot seat coaching sessions to one section. And then that will be an additional level of clarity for people who are trying to find certain things. And if this was the kind of course or experience where I built this and I walked away, and again, there's nothing wrong with creating a passive income experience if that's what you want to do. But if this was that kind of experience, I would never have had that guidance from Enchantress Shane to do something which now we as a whole are benefiting from. I'm benefiting, you're benefiting, we all are benefiting. Goddess Michaela is benefiting because it gave me an extra chance to praise her and see how on the ball she is. Like, wow, okay, that's awesome. I can stop micromanaging some things perhaps and just hand them off to you. You know what I mean? And so it benefits all of us as a community as a whole. Yes, Goddess Mignon, always evolving. Absolutely, absolutely. Yay. So, okay, so let's recap. So you've got now your title, you have the issue that you will solve, which is a place where, you know, definitely follow. I'm going to put another link to some of our lessons that we have specifically on this. This is a place where we as Spiritpreneur goddesses tend to go into the weeds because we speak very esoterically, right? And we're all about self-love and self-care and self-worth and things that are kind of esoteric and hard to grasp. And what you are offering cannot be in the way that you express it, at least hard to grasp. It needs to be easily communicated. And this is where I talk about, you know, selling people what they want and then giving them what they need, right? Okay, all right, good. So the title, the issue, the promise that you are making, how will you fix the issue? And then number 4, the soulmate client, the person who needs the transformation. And now here is how we are going to approach figuring out, you know, her and her transformation. Again, we make purchases from a place of emotion. The reason she is going to choose you over the other 10 people whose stuff she subscribed to is going to be an emotional connection. 9 out of 10 times we buy something and we don't even know why. It's just a feeling, right? Or we just get with somebody like, I'm with all of y'all and I'm like, yes, those are my people. Like, it's just a feeling, right? And so you want to speak to that. So one of the things that will help you to speak to that is think about how your soulmate client, how will she or he or they feel in their before? And how will they feel in the after? The before, they've met you or worked with you or gone deeper with you. The after they've bought your course or done your one-on-one or done your VIP session or whatever it is, your product, your program, your service. What is the before? Not just, you know, okay, I can look at her and she lost 10 pounds or whatever it is, right? How do they feel? Because if you can speak to your people about how they will feel, what are they going to feel in the afterward? Now you are creating a soul bond and a soul connection. So how do they feel before? Are they exhausted? You know, like I was talking to Goddess Carrie in our group who's dealing with, you know, the body. Are they feeling tired and lack of energy? Are they irritable? Do they feel sad? Do they feel depressed? Do they feel pissed off? Do they feel frustrated by this issue? Are they at their wits' end about this issue? And they're like, I need a miracle. How do they feel now? And how will they feel afterward? Will they feel like, oh my goodness, will they feel more abundant? Will they feel more joyful? Will they feel more confident? Will they feel more courageous? Will they feel more fun? Will they feel more sexy? Will they feel more in love? What will they feel? What do they feel before? What will they feel afterward? And that's the difference between an avatar, you know, like, okay, demographics or whatever they do in the census, okay, height, weight, whatever. And all of that is helpful too. That's why we speak about, you know, and if you know, for my goddesses who've been in my stuff, you know, I talk about psychographics. You got the demographics, but we need the psychographics. How does she feel about her world? How does she feel? Here is where we need to insert some D'Angelo. How does it feel? How does she feel or he feel? How do they feel in the before and in the after? Before you and after you, okay? And there should be a clear before you and after you with their issue. If after you, they feel the same way that they felt before, then why do I need you, right? If you're in a relationship and you feel exactly the same, whether they're there or not, then it's like, okay, well, one of us is one person too many in this situation, and you don't want to be in that situation. So address this head on as you are creating your course, and you're going to have a course that is more magnetic, that people feel attracted to, rather than trying to convince them, right? Rather than trying to shove it down their throats, or, be like, okay, well, push it on them. They're going to be wanting more from you. All right, good. Okay, so let me just put some links for my goddesses here. Some of the links that I think will be helpful for you in terms, so far with the things that we've spoken about, would be doing a niche audit, making sure that the area that you are in is it a profitable niche and a profitable area that you're in, and a profitable offering that you have. And if not, and you are wanting to do a not-for-profit, then you should do that. But that's not what we are doing here. We're talking about for-profit enterprises. So you need to be clear, because again, you, my love, are a natural giver. You, my love, are a natural, want to do for people. And so a challenge that we have when it comes to for-profit enterprise is that we will come up, goddesses will tell me, okay, I'm building this course for broke, unhappy, depressed moms. And I'm like, okay, so I totally get it. I absolutely get it. And I think that that is a beautiful calling. However, for a for-profit enterprise, where are these broke moms going to get money to pay for your course? Are so that is not the energy that you want to go with. And so maybe it's a nonprofit enterprise that you have, or maybe in your for-profit enterprise, you have scholarships. Maybe you have a certain amount of money that you give away, a charity or group that you support. There are ways to think about it and ways to do it, okay, in a way that is clear and respectful to the people that you serve, and respectful to you and your landlord or mortgage banker or whoever as well, okay? All right, good. All right, so there's the niche audit tool. And then I think that it would be helpful for you to also, let's see, definitely look at your big idea and all of the sacred selling stuff. That I think would be really, really powerful for now. As a matter of fact, let me put that link for you. All right, so here is big idea to signature system, which I'm going to get to in a second. Okay, so big idea to signature system. And the paradigm shifter, which is all about helping your soulmate peeps shift their paradigm. Okay, so paradigm shifter, which you're in the paradigm shifting business. That's what you do. All right, so paradigm shifter. There we go. All right. Okay, good. All right, so our next thing is number 5, your signature system, your system that you have that is you're going to turn into the course, which is basically the steps that it takes to get your result. Thank you for the hearts. What steps does it take? They've got this issue. You've got this promise. What's going to get them there? It's different when you're working one-on-one with someone, right? Because you can go with the flow with them and see what it is that they are needing on that day and switch it up. But it's different when you have a whole group who is wanting to buy in for a certain reason. And so it is going to serve you, and it's going to serve them for you to have a signature system. Okay? And so I want you to specifically go to these lessons on how to create your signature system. And the signature system will take you very far. It will be the source for your speeches, your programs, your products, your services. It will take you very, very far. Your books, right? Okay, so here it is. So your signature system. Okay. All right, so here in the course, it says your signature offering. And again, the reason why we put it that way is that once you create this, you now have a foundation that you're going to use in your business across the board, okay? in today's refresher lesson, we're talking specifically about using it with your courses. But again, it will use you across the board. You'll use it across the board. Yay. And Chantra Shane says, so grateful for these links played out. You are generous and nurturing. Oh, it also validates me. Love to you, my sister. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So next up, okay, so you have your big idea, whatever it is, right? And you've broken it into a number of steps. And now you have your signature system, right? Shane's signature system, Rosemary's signature system, Neith's signature system. Everybody has now their signature system that they have broken into steps. Now, those steps now become you've now created an outline for your course. Those steps become your modules, whatever language you want to use, And again, it doesn't have to be a signature system. It can be a signature formula, whatever. But these steps now become your modules or your pillars or your whatever it is that you use. But basically, it's the outline of your course. So an easy way to think about the signature system is when you look at the problem that you are going to solve, if you happen to already have clients that you're working with, what are the things that you do, even if you haven't systematized it, you may do the same kinds of things with every client that you work with, right? And so, for example, in the beginning when I was doing general life coaching, and I would do the same kinds of things with everyone. I would be talking to them first about what they were tolerating in their lives, right? And they would fill out a tolerations form, and we would do a wheel of life exercise where you could break down for every area of your life, like, were you happy? Were you not happy? Those things would be a system, even though at the time I didn't know that it was a system. You see, so you may have a system already. Absolutely, Goddess Rosemary, your blueprint. Absolutely. So you're going to break this into the steps, and now these steps easily become, it's the outline for your course. These are the modules right there. Bam, like what? Like, bam, like there's your course. Like, oh my gosh, like there it is. Right? So then now you've got your outline, you've got your modules, you've got it clearly, like, okay, there it is. Now, yay, Goddess Rosemary, yes. Now you take those modules, those steps, and you break them into lessons. What? You break them into lessons, like right there. You take each one of those steps and you break them into baby steps that then become the lessons, right? Then become the lessons. And so there are different kinds of content that you can use in your course. And I know that in the Academy I've already broken this down, but I'm going to go over it again so that we are clear. And incidentally, this is, again, same system that you can use when you are writing a book. It all folds together nicely. Well, flows together nicely. All right, so you can have videos. I'm talking about like different kinds of content you can create in your course within your lessons. You can have audios. You can have slides if you are not wanting to have your beautiful face on camera. And I mean, why not? Like, hello, like, look at you, like, hello, right? So yes, Enchantress, she says, what you're speaking about is the signature system video, right? What do you mean? I'm breaking down the steps within your signature system. Is that what you mean? I'm not sure if I looked up it after I answered the question or if the question's still there. Ask again. Clarify for me exactly what you mean. I'm explaining different kinds of content that you can use as the lessons within the modules within your program. Okay, so it's like, here is your signature program. It's like a Russian dolls thing. The whole thing is your signature program, right? No, the whole thing is your signature system. Your signature system can be used for speeches, books, and your course. All right, so take that doll away. The doll under it is your signature course. All right, under that doll, we have the modules or steps however you're going to break down, or pillars, right? Take that away. Then underneath your steps, you're breaking your steps into lessons. What I'm talking about when I'm mentioning video and audio and slides, webinars, are different kinds of lessons. Okay, all right, good. All right, so then you could have lives. So just like this, usually we have, for the Goddesses in the Spiritpreneur Guru program, we have Q&A Monday. So you can have live content. We also have chat in our VIP group on Fridays. So that is live chat, right? So if you are on Facebook and you use a Facebook group, you could do it within a forum or Google group or LinkedIn group, depending on what works for your niche and your soulmate clients. You can have quizzes. Quizzes are also great content and a great way to see where people are within something. You can have worksheets, templates. You can, if you have webinars, give them the actual slides from the webinars. You can have interviews or guest teachers who come in and work with your group. You can have even like one-on-one sessions with you within the group. You know, maybe people pay for an upgrade to be able to work with you one-on-one. You can have a community like we have, our VIP community, where people are in community and working together and have accountability partners and that sort of thing. And so all of those kinds of things are different forms of content, different forms of delivery, different forms of you delivering on your promise, okay? You can have absolutely contests. Oh my goodness, it says that here, and I didn't read it. Can you read my handwriting right there? Oh, look at my nails. Contest. All right. So you can have contests. Yes, absolutely. You can have, so you have all of those different kinds of content that you have within your group. Yes, see, Goddess Rosemary, we are in alignment. All right. So that's number 7, types of course content. Yay, thank you for the hearts. Right? So we had number 1, your title. Number 2, the issue. Number 3, the promise. Number 4, soulmate client. Number 5, signature system. Number 6, the steps or modules. Number 7, types of course content. Number 8, now we go into, let's talk about the principles, okay? So there is a clear promise that you made in the beginning for the people who, oh, wait, I left something out. So for each of those steps, so going back to the steps now, the steps in your signature system, I want you to write out a description for that step of the promise, thinking of your soulmate client, always with your soulmate client in mind. What is she going to get? What's in it for her? Why you? Why are you the guru? Why now? Why will this system serve her in this way? And why is it imperative that she do it now? Right? So write that out for each of those steps so that when you get to your sales page, for example, now you already have all of that copy written out and you've created it with your soulmate client in mind, because it's easy to go back into your mind. You know, we get into our head and we know we have all of these things that we want to share, right? You've been through a transformation or going through a transformation and you want to bring your peeps along with you. And so it's easy to go off and be overwhelmed in that and want to just dump all of that on them. But hold on, reverse. You need to present it to them in a way that is digestible. Okay, so make sure that you put a clear description of each of those steps, and then you can use that description within the course, and like I said, you can use it on your sales page as well. Okay, so then you want to do a check. So you want to just go back and check each of the modules now and make sure that you are delivering on the promise that you made initially. Like I said, you made a clear promise. Are you on point or are you off in the bushes? All right, so getting clarity. Yes, Absolutely. So Goddess Rosemary says, yes, instead of waiting. Yes, yes, absolutely. You'll have this, you're creating it in a very clear and concise manner where at every step along the way, you are thinking of your soulmate client and you're being clear. And it's like, okay, now you've written your sales page and you've written the outline for your course. And then number 9, now you can mind map it. And so mind mapping is just taking the idea, the same way that we started with one idea, and breaking it off into smaller ideas. Okay. And we'll get more into that in another lesson. But you guys have seen my mind maps. Let me see if I have a mind map that I can show. Basically like where you take an idea, and sometimes you can do it with Post-it notes, you can do it with pen and pencil and paper. Let me see. None of this has clarity enough for you to understand it, but I will link to there are places where I've done it and shared it in the past. I will link to that. It's not within this course, it's in another lesson. All right, so you now want to mind map your course, which is breaking down your idea. So actually, I'll just draw it out so that you can see. Okay, so if, for example, you are, let's go to Goddess Anna's fitness course. Suppose the first thing that she tells people to do, she gives them a checklist. Checklist, that's another thing that you can have in terms of course content. Suppose she gives them a checklist where they've got to take this checklist to their kitchen, and that's step 1. So she would take that step, so the checklist, I'm going to call it kitchen checkup, just making up a name of her, a potential step. So kitchen checkup, and then you would break that up into parts. So maybe the first thing is look in the pantry. The second is stop ordering groceries online and go into the store so that you can have physical contact with vegetables and fruits. Then maybe a step is, going into throwing out everything or giving away everything that is not healthy or whatever. So this is what this looks like. So it's just taking and breaking those steps up, right? And then you break the other steps up. So suppose now when you go into the store, you learn how to shop around the perimeter. Shop the perimeter. And maybe she's got perimeter. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not the spelling. All right, 6th grade spelling bee champ me would not be happy about this right now. Okay, so, and then maybe she's got, you shop the perimeter of the store, and then maybe she's got where when you're in the store, you buy organic, right? So then you break each thing. Oops. This is a good way to map your course content. So see, you start with the main idea, and then you can break it up into smaller ideas, okay? And let me know if it would be helpful for me to do something like this as a lesson on the whole, and then I can do that as a separate lesson. Okay, look, here is the mind map that I did for Goddess Temple Sunday. I always do a mind map. This is a mind map I did yesterday for Goddess Temple Sunday. So the central idea was how to stand in your power. And then I broke that up into parts and broke that up into parts. So if I was creating a course on standing in your power, this would serve as an outline. All right? Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. So some of the tools that I use for course creation include my very favorite Teachable, which let me get a link. Separate lesson? Okay, absolutely, Coach Kaylin. I see you. I'll make a note. Thank you. Okay, and Coach Roz too. Okay, good job, Goddess Rosemary. That's a good suggestion. She says a template. Yes, excellent. Okay, all right, so some of the tools, Teachable, and these are all in the resources section. Let me give you a resources link. Okay, so resources. Okay, so here is the link for tools, tech, resources to create your courses. And so if you scroll down, there are a myriad of links and resources and even a video about how to use the resources, etc. Okay. All right. So Google Docs, as we just saw, right? You can use that, or Word or PowerPoint. I've been using a lot. Drip. Drip is really cool because a lot of the course programs, the three big ones are Kajabi, Thinkific, and Teachable, and I have all of that in the link that I just gave you. Teachable is the one that I recommend, and Drip is built into that. So all Drip basically does is, suppose right now I sign into your course and you're already on week 5 and it's a 6-week course. And I purchase it now when you're already at week 5, but you don't want me to see all of everything there because people get overwhelmed. So what you could do instead is set it up so that when I sign in, that I only see week 1. So it's always week 1 for people who sign in, no matter what. They don't see the whole course. So that's what Drip does. And Drip also has standalone services for people who are courageous and, you know, want to build their own platform, which I don't see why you would. It's there. You can brand it yourself, use it, take the path of least resistance so that you don't have to make up excuses for yourself of, oh, I'm off for 6 months trying to put this together because I need to build some special kind of website. Path of least resistance, people. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. All right. We have a lot of squiggles that go on in our lives, right? Because feminine energy is squiggly and it's like this. But it's always the dance between the masculine and the feminine that is creative energy, right? You need the yin and the yang. So don't reinvent the wheel. No need to reinvent the wheel. You know, grab the wheel if it is there and go for it. Canva or Photoshop is great for creating graphics if you're going to do them yourself, or if you've got somebody on your team who can do them. Thank you for the hearts. Transcripts are always really, really great to have for your people. Whenever possible, have a transcript. Again, we learn in different ways. So some people can watch a video and digest the information. Some people need to put it on and work out, you know, or drive in their car or go on the subway, and they are auditory learners. Some people need to read it and reinforce it. Some of us need to do all three. Right? For me, like if I'm like really trying to digest something, I need it in every form, you know, that exists. That's called putting your OCD to work for you people, right? And so, you know, if you can, definitely provide a transcript. 2 of the transcript programs that I really like are Rev.com and Temi.com. And the difference between them is that they're owned by the same person, same business. Temi.com is a cheaper budget service that if you don't have like help, probably I would probably just say go with Rev.com. Again, depends on how you want to pay. If you want to pay in money or pay in time. They have like a lot of, Temi will have errors in it because we have different accents, right? I have a New York accent, so there are things that maybe the Temi company, they may be in Australia or wherever, where their machine translations won't hear me. So it depends. Rev.com has more personnel that will work with your file, work with your voice. You can put, if you've got special words that they should know about, like for me, Spiritpreneur and stuff like that. However, when I work with, you know, when I've tried with Temi.com, anytime I say Spiritpreneur, their thing prints spirit manure. Or, you know, whenever I say goddess, their thing prints like something else, you know, because it's a machine translation. Whereas Rev.com has people working for you. So whichever way you need to go, no shame in any game. Just make it happen, right? Yes, thank you for the hearts. Yay, Goddess Aliona says, hey, so glad to catch you live. Found you a few months ago, and thank you so much for all the free content and materials. Yay, welcome, Goddess. It is Get It Done Week, which started as Get It Done weekend, and the goddesses wanted a Get It Done week. And so thank my beautiful goddesses here in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy that are allowing us to be able to share this in a group conversation today, which would usually be our private conversation. Yes, Coach Kaylin, Temi.com, although it's very quick, it has that going for it. It's because it's a machine translation. So it's very, very fast. If you're in a hurry and perhaps you speak the Queen's English, you can make it work like that, and you don't have a lot of made up words like I do, then maybe it can work. So test it out and see if it works for you. Okay. All right. So to answer now some of your questions that you posted in our VIP group about specifically about logistics. So one of the questions was where to build it. I mentioned Kajabi and Thinkific, and Teachable, which is, like I said, my fave. Yes. And you can find all of that on the resources link that I just sent. And I will send, as a matter of fact, I have another resources link that is on my site. Yes, look at all the beautiful courses and course energy that are now going to be flowing out to the world from this amazing group of goddesses who are here on the line. How amazing is that? All right, so here is, I'll just put this as a public resources link. The other one is private. It's in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy. All right. So that is where to build it. Number two, I think that, who was it? It wasn't Goddess Tracy. It was one of our Goddess Keishas had a question about payment system. Yay! Yay! Coach Ross said Teachable is so awesome. It really is. And she had fun creating on her platform. Yes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, this should be fun. And the energy that you put into it is the energy that your people are going to take out of it. So that is pretty cool to hear. So Teachable has its own payment system built in, as does Kajabi and Thinkific. So for certain things, well, actually very rarely do I just use the Teachable system. What I do use it for is all of like my passive income things, so less expensive products and programs, things that tend to be under $200, where someone buys something and there's a download. Like I have a life coaching ebook and coaching business in a box kit. I have a podcasting in a box kit and author in a box kit, noticing a theme, like those kinds of things that people can download and be able to digest and take, by themselves. It's DIY sort of things. So those things, I tend to use the Teachable system. They can go in, it's easy, and there it is. For things that have a more complicated, oh, absolutely, Goddess Rosemary, she says, I know of a dictation tool. Absolutely, please share. So things that have a more complicated payment structure. So for example, in Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, the last payment structure, payment plan structure was $250. I think six payments. Yes, 6 payments every other week of $250. So every other week, bi-weekly, is not a system that Teachable has. It has where if you want to set up a payment plan or paid in full, which is really great because it allows you to be able to give your people that option. But it does not have a bi-weekly option. It has a monthly option and maybe some other options, but it does not have bi-weekly. So that's specifically what I know that Goddess Keisha was asking about. So the way that I did that was that I have links that I created in PayPal. And when people click on my sales page, which is on lead pages, so let me just show you the path here, be easier to show and tell. So when people go to, if they just happen, for example, on manifestyourbusiness.com, okay, and they click that link will take them to a Teachable page. All right, so let me just show what that is. So that just forwards. And that's something that you can set up in GoDaddy or DreamHost or whatever your hosting system is. So that goes to this link. All right. And the reason I do it that way is that you can do it several different ways, where that link can also be from your website. So you can have, if she had Keisha.com/course, she could set it up that way. I like to have a standalone name, because I'm always thinking, our mission is be seen, be heard, be a movement. So if you are giving an interview and you're on someone else's platform and you say, Keisha.com/course, that's pretty clear. But most people usually have Keisha.com/course _ hit me up. I don't know. It's like, all right, my internet is going crazy, so let me just put my phone on airplane mode, because my internet is acting like it's 1999 over here. Okay, so the way that I do it is that I have it just forwarded, so that if I'm doing an interview or I'm doing a broadcast, like now, rather than saying go to ownyourpower.leadpages.co/spiritual all of that stuff, I just say manifestyourbusiness.com, and it's very clear. In addition, Lead Pages has really good SEO, search engine optimization, that helps Google to find you. So all of those words in the title, yeah, thank you for the smiles. All of those words in the long title, spiritual, business, guru, whatever it is, whatever words you have, right? Fitness, health, whatever is specific to you, helps Google to find you. And it's optimized for the search engines. So it's beneficial in that way. So now when people are on that link and they click down to the sales area, which is specifically here for now, and people who are not yet Academy members, not yet in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, don't worry, you'll have an opportunity to join us within a couple weeks. Okay, so when they go to that part of the link that I put there, that takes them to the sales area with the different plans. And oh, Michaela, you need to delete that Belize offer. Yes, my ladies, it's almost 2 months exactly before we're gonna be in Belize. So Wednesday is gonna make exactly 2 months before Belize. So we have to do a special celebration broadcast. We are going to the Goddess Pray Love Belize retreat. It's gonna be amazing. All right, side note. So anyway, when they go here and they click the payment link, so if they click, yes, Abiola, I'm so ready, let's do it already, it's my time, right? See, now that is clicking out, and that is going to take them to a Lead Pages checkout page. I'll show you that. And it links into PayPal from there. But you could very easily, if you don't have, and the only reason, again, that I do it that way is because I wanted to be able to offer, in this case, that every 2 weeks option. I don't know if that's the option I will keep. I haven't decided going forward, but it was able to let people pay in smaller bites, which was good. And so because Teachable doesn't have it, PayPal has it, and so that was the method that I chose. Okay, so you can go either way. There are a number of different ways that you can set things up. If you happen to be doing it before all of this, before I did all of this and had these tools, I had a PayPal link, for my very first course, which was a 28-day whole life detox. You read the stuff, which was a page on my website. It was on AbiolaAbrams.com, and you scroll down, you read it, you click the PayPal link, right? And you saw that, and there it was. And then I got like a little notification, ping, and then I wrote you an email back and was like, okay, cool, here's how you get into the course. So do it the way that you have to do it. All of this is flashy, and this is pretty, and makes it easier. And so if you can do it this way, definitely do. Like I said, you will either pay with your money or your time, and either way is great, because you are manifesting and attracting abundance, and you should do it with joy and jubilation. Don't let, again, the tools or the tech be your barrier. All this is, at its most basic level, is you on a street corner with a box that you're standing on, and you are going to give us the knowledge. You're going to give us the empowerment, the teachings, the wisdom, whatever it is that you came to share. And we've got a bunch of fancy tools that we use because our box that we're on and we're preaching, it goes with a much wider stance now with the internet. You're street corner preacher now, you go around the world. So these tools are just helping you to make your mission into a movement, but do not allow them to hold you back. Got it? Okay, good. All right, so let me just look and see, were there any other questions? Okay, so we are going to do a mind mapping as a separate course. Where to store files and folders and things like that. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. You can either hide them on your website or you can put them on Dropbox or Google Drive. Or if you're using Teachable, and the great thing is that, if you're using Teachable, that you can put all of your files there. And it's got built into it how to do quizzes and all of that stuff. So everything is there. So that's pretty cool. And you can automate it in that way. And actually, automation was the last question, and we answered that. Yay. All right. So for my Spiritpreneur Guru Academy goddesses and all of my goddesses who are here in the room, we are continuing with our Get It Done week, which is great because I don't know about you, but I had a very productive weekend, but I did not finish all of the things on my list because life happens, right? So yesterday was an opportunity to hang with my niece. And so I took the opportunity to hang with my niece, because what's the point of doing all of this if you're not going to live your beautiful life? Like, that is the whole point of everything, right? And so also, new business partner presented me with a whole branding thing to fill out and figure it out and all of that stuff. And so that was great. So that added to my to-do list. So I have my things that I'm doing for Get It Done week. All right. So we have 3 things. What 3 things are you going to knock off of your business to-do list this week? And like I said, I am so very proud of the goddesses that, like I said, this weekend built sales pages, created videos, created courses, created challenges, might have got an apartment, goddesses are on it. So yes, I'm so excited about that. And, we will continue our productivity all this week. We are getting it done. So whatever your 3 are, your top 3 things you're going to knock off your to-do list this weekend, this week. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Yay, Goddess Rosemary says, most productive week in 5 years for me. That is beautiful. Absolutely. And Goddess Aurora Day says she's still fooling around with that ClickFunnels. Good. You're going to make it happen. You're absolutely going to make it happen. If it can be done, it can be done. If somebody else has done it, you can do it. So I look forward to seeing what you are doing. And tomorrow we will have another live refresher class in something. Maybe it'll be the mind map class. Yeah, that's a good idea, right? Get it done. Why put it on a list and sit around? Mind mapping class, possibly tomorrow with a whiteboard and everything. We shall see. All right, my goddesses, be seen, be heard, be an abundant, incredible, beautiful movement, because you are enough and I adore you and believe in you. Yes. Namaste, goddesses. Yay. Yay, Coach Kaylin. Absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I look forward to seeing, I'm going to get to hug your face in a couple of months. We're almost in Belize.